I gotta make sure this is correct before I start anything.
That's better, right? A little better.
Hello, many people on the interwebs. My name is Leilani, but you can call me Lay. It's apparently my name is hard to say. So, yeah. So, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I decided I wanted to do a special video dedicated to Valentine's Day. So, with that being said, in this video, we are going to be making 2 desserts inspired by my favorite anime. I would like to put out there, these recipes are not mine. They're from someone I follow on Instagram. I don't really know how to bake, but she does have a lot of cute and amazing looking desserts on her page. So if you want to check that out, I will link her in the description, of course. So yeah, like I said, I am pretty much new to baking. I have only ever baked small things, safe things, but I have always found baking to be very comforting and very therapeutic in a way. So I decided that this year I want to start baking a bit more. But in this video, we are going to start simple because I'm gonna need it. I don't know how many people are gonna agree with me on this, but I've always felt like baking is the best way to show your love towards someone, whether it's friends or family or partner. One thing I will never have, apparently. But that's besides the point. There's just something a bit extra special about taking some time out of your day to make something for somebody that you really care about. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's what Valentine's Day is all about. It's just showing your love and care and appreciation for everybody that's in your life. But with all that being said, let's get into the baking. The very first dessert that we're going to be making is Sawako's Valentine's Day chocolates from the anime Kimi ni Todoki. I may have said that wrong. Okay. If you haven't seen Kimi ni Todoki, what is wrong with you, first off? Kimi ni Todoki is a heartwarming romance anime about a shy, quiet, misunderstood girl named Sawako. It is a short 12-episode anime, so you know it's gonna be good. It's always the short animes that are amazing, I don't know why. But throughout the episodes, Sawako starts to come out of her shell and starts making friendships and even finds love. So in the sweetest Valentine's Day episode, Sawako decides that she wants to show her gratitude for all of her classmates by making them chocolates. And it's such a touching moment because for Sawako, it's not just about the chocolates, but it's also about showing her gratitude for everybody wanting to be her friend after so long of not having any friends. It's so cute. It is so cute. You seriously need to watch it if you've never watched it. It's on Netflix, I believe. But anyways, that is the very first dessert that we're making today, so let's get into it.
Alright, so these are all the ingredients you're going to need. Luckily, it's pretty simple and doesn't ask for too many ingredients. So we're just starting out by measuring everything, of course. I actually ended up using a food measure because the recipe actually uses grams and I can't do math, so I don't really know how to convert that into tablespoons or cups, so I just opted out for a food measure, which made it a lot easier actually. I will say, you don't technically need dark chocolate and milk chocolate. I only bought both because my dad doesn't like dark chocolate, so I made him a whole batch with just milk chocolate. So you could really just pick whichever. You can also use white chocolate if you like, but you're insane if you like white chocolate. It's essentially just milk, so do what you want, whatever. So when I first read about having to add ganache filling, I thought that this was some big fancy thing that I was gonna struggle at making, but it's literally just 2 ingredients. Literally, all you have to do is get the heavy cream, put it in a saucepan, let it simmer, and then once it's simmering, add the heavy cream into a bowl with your dark chocolate, and then let it sit, and then mix it. So simple. So moving on to the actual chocolates, all you're literally doing is melting your chocolate chips and making it so that you can put it into the cupcake foils. Easiest possible way to do this is called a double boil. That's basically just when you take a pot full of hot water and you put a bowl on top of it, so you're letting the bottom of the bowl get hot with the steam of the water. If you put the chocolates directly into a pan, the likelihood of you burning the chocolate is very high, and believe me, it's disgusting. Do not, you just don't. You don't want it. But then once you get all that done, you're basically just assembling it now. Literally all you have to do is think of it like a Reese's cup. So you put the chocolate on the bottom on like a thin layer, and then you put the ganache filling on top of that, and then you put another thin layer on top. And then you could decorate however you want. I know that in the video she has almonds as well, but I couldn't find any almonds when I went to the store. So we just had sprinkles.
Brother.
And with that, these are Salvaco's Valentine's Day chocolates. They were so simple and so quick, and they taste so good.
Okay, so moving on to our second dessert. This is inspired by the magical world of Studio Ghibli, and this dessert is called the Ghibli Crumble Cookies. Designed to look like the adorable Susuotari from the anime Spirited Away. If you somehow haven't watched Spirited Away, what is wrong with you? It is a beautiful film about a young girl named Chihiro who gets trapped in a spirit realm. Throughout the film, she has to navigate through magical encounters, meet a whole bunch of new people, and find her inner strength to save her parents and return back home. The Susuotari, or the Soot Spirits, are these tiny, fuzzy, black creatures that carry coal in the bathhouse where Chihiro works. They're absolutely adorable and a bit mischievous, which makes them the perfect candidate for these adorable little cookies. So with all that being said, let's get into the baking.
Alright, so here are the ingredients for this recipe. This recipe calls for a lot more ingredients than the Salvaco chocolates do. And once again, we're just going to start out by measuring out everything. Again, I am using the plate to get the grams correct. I want to make sure everything is exact when it comes to the cookies, because there's a lot more that could get messed up compared to the chocolates. Just make sure that everything is exact, because at the end of the day, baking is essentially just science, and if something is off, things will not go right. And just as a heads up, do not be like me. When they tell you soften the butter, soften the butter, okay? I put a cold ass fucking block of butter in the bowl, and it literally took me about 20 minutes just to get it somewhat softened enough to actually start mixing. And then even then, I had to spend like another 15 minutes to actually get it the consistency I needed. So don't be as dumb as me when they say soften the butter, soften the butter. Just save yourself some time. Now when it comes to the flour, the best thing that you can do is slowly add in the flour. This just makes sure that you're getting a right consistency. If you add it all in together, it's going to be really chunky and pretty difficult to actually mix in together. And then that's where you end up with cookies that have just balls of flour in it. And I don't think that's what you want. Unless it is, then I guess you could do that. Whatever is up to you. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I did have to add just a little bit more flour. I think I added like 2 extra teaspoons to the mix. I don't know what it was, but the dough was really sticky and I couldn't even handle it at first. It just kept getting stuck to my hands and it was just a gloopy mix. So I had to add more flour. So if you run into the same problem, just slowly add in a little bit extra flour and that should pretty much help with the stickiness. Not too much though, because then you're gonna mess up the consistency altogether. Now, I do have to admit, I really messed up when it came to the icing. First off, again, with the softened butter, I did not listen, and the butter was a friggin' block. It was friggin' cold as hell. But on top of that, I did not realize I had to slowly add in the powdered sugar. So I dumped the entire thing of powdered sugar in with the bowl and just started mixing. And when I tell you that my forearm currently, this is like 2 days later that I'm doing this freaking voiceover, my forearm still hurts from how long I stood there mixing this shit. Oh my god. I think I literally watched an entire episode of Grey's Anatomy while trying to mix this thing. It was really bad. Eventually, though, I did get it to be the right consistency. But my god, please do not do what I did, because you are just going to regret your whole life decisions in that moment. And now we are just getting to the decorating part. I really wish that I was able to find like star-shaped sprinkles like the ones from Spirited Away, that they have the little colorful stars with them, but I couldn't find it anywhere. The store really sucked when it came to baking things. But you know, I did find these rainbow sprinkles, and they're good enough. They're cute. I also forgot to mention, when it came to the ingredients, you also are gonna need Oreos. The Oreos are meant to look like the Susutari, so obviously that's the whole thing with it. So you're gonna need Oreos. I also swore that we had eye-shaped sprinkles, but apparently we didn't. So I ended up using the cream from the Oreo and like a little crumb to make the eye. So they got kind of wonky eyes, but they're still really cute. And with that being said, these are my adorable little Susutari cookies.
And with all that, here are the sweet anime-inspired desserts perfect for Valentine's Day. This video was honestly so much fun to make, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I think I might do another baking video at some point because it was so much fun to record this and to be able to just enjoy the process. I don't necessarily know what I would want to do. I think I would want to do more anime-inspired desserts. I love watching people make anime-inspired desserts. Anime-inspired anything, really, has my heart. But with all that being said, this is pretty much the end of the video. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, I mean, give it a thumbs down. That's the point of those buttons down there, right? I have a couple videos that I'm working on right now. It might take a little bit for them to get out, but I do have them planned. I just have to record them and edit them and blah 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 blah. And if you want to see more of my arts-related content, you can actually follow me over on TikTok and Instagram, both under the username Lotuslay, Lotuslai. Hopefully I get to see you there, and if I don't, sorry, I wasn't up to your standard, I suppose. And with all that being said, I don't believe I have anything else to say. So, once again, my name is Ilani, and I'm hitting the record button now. Nice!